Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy Selbon Badi, and you're watching my solo show. I have your guest today, Malord. How are you, lady?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I think I'm good.
Yeah?
I think I'm good.
That's good. That's good.
In this, hot season we're going through, but it's alright. It's alright. So, can you just tell the viewers back home about yourself and what you do? Like,
Okay, that's a difficult one. But, as you mentioned, my name is Malord.
Yeah.
I do a lot of things.
a lot of things.
A lot of things.
But particularly, you came here as like a poet, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a poet.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been for quite a while now.
Quite a while.
Yeah.
Alright, so can you like brief us a little bit about where you started writing poems, who inspired you, things like that?
I started in high school. I actually started with collecting poetry, and I loved reading it. And
Okay.
After a while, I started, sort of trying to emulate what I was reading.
Okay.
And eventually, I can honestly say there's some poems I wrote then that I would not want anybody to see.
Why?
Because with everything comes growth. So it was the beginning, and it was. I can honestly say it was baby steps. Like it was just like okay, But I like to believe that I've grown in poetry.
Okay. So like have you made like your feature endeavors about the whole poetry you're going through? Like in fact, can you tell the viewers about the poems you write or either recite for the audience?
Yeah, I do a lot more writing and not so much reciting.
Okay.
But I do perform my poetry.
Okay.
I mean, the basis of my poetry is everything. When I'm in a good mood, I write. When I'm in a bad mood, I write.
About whatever.
When I'm excited about something, I write.
Okay.
When I'm just bored, I write. So it's sort of, they're all different and they stem from, different directions, different inspirations. Yeah.
I get that. I really get that. So can I ask who inspired you to take a path in poetry?
When I first started, I said I used to collect poetry, and there's this poem by W.B. Yeats. It's an old English Shakespearean poet.
Yeah.
And it's called The Cloth of Heaven.
The Cloth of Heaven.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. But it talks about the Cloth of Heaven, and the last line on it says, "Tread carefully, for you tread on my dreams."
Okay.
And it's a poem that always I go back to as my foundation of poetry.
So there's a lot of metaphors going on there.
Yes, definitely.
They should be.
So yeah, and then as I went forward in poetry and I started learning about other different poets, I would not be a black woman if I wasn't inspired by Maya Angelou. Like, I wouldn't.
Truly.
Maya Angelou, Alice Walker. Sadly, they're all
Mm-hmm.
but I'm still working my way through African literature in the poetry side. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they're still black though, it's just that black power. Like black power.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I can ask this question, but I'm just going to ask it.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Can you brief us a little bit, me and the viewers, or rather give us 3 lines of what you have or whatever you have been writing? Since you said you don't recite, I'm just going to give you the spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Alright, let's see. Like I said, I don't recite, so which means I don't memorize a lot of my poetry.
Yeah.
But there's one piece that we actually even recorded with a producer friend of mine onto a beat, and it became sort of a song.
Alright.
So let me see if I can remember what it sounds like. Cool, calm, and collectedly sweat into my existence. I say sway because that artistic creation does not fall under the category of walking. It's something else. Like an iconic induced vision stepping right out of my fantasy, shading a new light to my reality. Words escape me. Those weaken my bones feel like I've been crippled, like Baya Jones. Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
There's a whole lot of others. But
wow.
Yeah.
That's so epic. That's so wonderful. We have people of your caliber here. You're so inspiring. You're inspiring a whole lot of young generation that's growing up. like now? I don't know where you like want to see yourself with poetry.
I think, to be honest, in the environment we live in, where arts are not very, what's the word? I won't say appreciated, but they're not really put in the forefront of life.
Yep.
I have probably reached my ceiling of where I can go as a poet.
Okay.
But I believe that I'm working to inspire young people. You know, I've worked to start a group, well, not to start it, but to influence the fruitation of a group, of a movement of poetry called Avable Rains.
Okay.
Through that, we've been hosting Thursday night poetry for the past year.
Alright.
So it's continuing again this year. So, I mean, we were creating a space and an environment where lovers of poetry can come and share. And not just poetry, because, I mean, we don't exclusively close the doors. The main idea is poetry, but, you know, we have storytellers, we have rappers, we have MCs, that sort of environment. So it's a nice environment.
So where could people find this environment, or, you know, this?
Well, we're still working on the venue
Okay.
for this year, but we have a page on Facebook called Thursday Night Poetry.
Thursday
Night Poetry. Yeah.
Okay.
So if they can go to the page, then they can, you know, see details of when the next one and where.
You heard about it, guys. You heard about it. So all you have to do is just like the page, follow. It's Malord, right?
Yeah.
Follow Malord on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm sure you have the whole handles.
I got to.
You got to. I want to ask, like, what do you think is the obstacle for like the entertainment industry to grow inside our country? Because Lesotho is a very struggling small country when it comes to the whole entertainment.
Yeah,
movement.
okay, there's a obstacle, but also another, it's a challenge. It's a challenge in the sense that, sorry. It's a challenge in the sense that it's something that's difficult to get over.
Yeah.
Because the main issue being we're a small country, which means the market is very slim,
low,
you know. And sadly, there are a lot of talented young Basotho. So it means that, you know, there's a small market for a big number of people.
Yeah.
But also because I think the phenomenon that I've seen in Lesotho is that something is nicer when it comes from that side.
Yeah.
So if a Lesotho goes to South Africa, then suddenly they're more famous here because they've been that side. When they've been here all their lives and nobody was giving them the time. You know, I mean, it's sad because we need other countries to validate our artists before we can appreciate who they are.
Yeah.
And I think there's a sort of saying that that Mohala Hawo Ham or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's sad that that's the case.
That
is the case. But so I think that's the main challenge when it comes to art. But I think also because the people that are our superiors or people that are in charge, whether it's our parents, our teachers, our government to that extent, do not emphasize on the importance or need for art. Like they don't look at it as something that needs to be nurtured and grown.
Yeah.
So I mean, with that, you know, sort of attitude, it's going to be very difficult for us to get anywhere. Like I said, I think I've reached the ceiling of my art. But I think in any other country, I'd probably go much further than this. But actually, maybe not. I still have to write a book. Yeah.
You should be, right? You should be an author.
Yeah, I'm planning on it. Just need the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next time we'll be interviewing you as an author, not a poet. That's something that we should be doing.
Pressure much?
Okay.
Maybe, we'll see.
Yeah. So guys, you heard it, right? You heard it from Malord and me, Selbon Kadi. We're still here. Don't go anywhere. After the break, there's a whole lot coming. Bam.